God.
No,
I don't have a lot on
no,
I don't
no.
have a lot on the Super Bowl.
I don't want to talk about the Cowboys until the playoffs next year. That is my rule. Jerry Jones, you don't care about the playoffs. We don't care about the regular season.
Good line for the show. Welcome back to the Unrestricted, folks.
Hi.
Vex,
Hey.
Wally, saying hi, and Bob.
Hi.
Hey.
Bob, there you go.
Hi, Bob.
Super Bowl week,
Hey,
boys.
I missed Super Bowl. I enjoyed, you and I,
Yep.
we went to one Super Bowl together as a radio team.
Yep. I think that was Houston, right?
No, we went to, actually, you know what? We did not go. The only time we did a Super Bowl show that I remember was when Lundy took us to Vegas.
Oh, yeah, that's right. From Hooters Casino.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stayed.
That was an amazing week.
We didn't even stay in Hooters Casino. We stayed at some hotel next door
Yep.
to the Hooters Casino.
Yeah, they did
and
have-
Hooters was just opening, and they were still cutting wood and stuff like that in the lobby.
Yes.
They weren't even ready. And I thought to myself, I said, let me think. I said, if Hooters wanted us to come back after this visit, how could they do that? Well, they can make us win at gambling. Well, how are they going to do that? There's only one way that a casino can make you win, and that is by rigging the slot machines, which obviously they can do.
Mhm.
And they did, and I did quite well. I think I came home with about $2,000 from that.
Really?
On that trip.
I
Yeah,
didn't remember that part of it,
Yeah,
but that was a great trip.
I hit Wheel of Fortune twice. Once for $1,200, another one for $1,000.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good Super Bowl week. I remember that very well.
Yeah, we went to the Italian restaurant.
Oh, it was amazing. I got to tell you about that. It was called Casa d'Amore.
Right. And Lundy said to me, he says, you know what, you're Italian. He says, you ordered these appetizers for the table. I go, oh, shit, all right.
Yeah, and it was one of the best Italian meals I've ever had in my life.
It's very good.
True story that you don't know, Walter.
Okay.
Years later, I'm dating this gal, and I was like, God, they had the best. I want to say it was like a stuffed pork chop that I had that night. Something, I believe it was a stuffed pork chop.
The night you and I went?
Yeah, the night you and I went.
Okay.
I said, it was so good. I'd love to make it. And she goes, well, call out there. See if you can get somebody. So I did. They gave me the old lady, like this old Italian gal who was the owner. And she goes, I'd love to give you the recipe. And she told me the recipe over the phone.
Really?
And we made it, and it was fantastic.
Holy crap,
True
that's
story.
awesome.
Yeah, true story.
That's awesome.
We are totally off the rails. It's Super
No, but
Bowl week.
It's Super Bowl, and that's one of the better Super Bowl stories. I only went to one Super Bowl as a member of the Ticket 760 team, and I don't know if they've ever gone to another one since. But we, Andrew Ashwood and all of us got together, and we went to the 2000, what turned out to be the 2002 Super Bowl. That was Tom Brady's first championship.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of things I remember from that trip, also a very nice gambling trip at the Harris Casino. I walked out of there with another $2,000 and ended up treating Laura Green, myself, a friend of mine from the New York area, and we all treated them to lunch at Emeril's Restaurant.
Nice.
As soon as Andrew told us we were going to New Orleans for the Super Bowl, I booked the lunch at Emeril's. I couldn't get dinner because it was already sold out. But we had a lunch at Emeril's Restaurant, which was pretty cool.
Fantastic.
And the morning of the Super Bowl, we did the Super Bowl show. It was me and Charlie Parker and Chris Duell and I forget whoever. Don Harris was on there as well. And I said, what do you think's going to happen in the Super Bowl? So we go all the way around and all that on the table. And I go, I think it's going to be a close game. And I think the Patriots going to win a close game. And I think Adam Vinatieri is going to kick the game-winning field goal.
Bingo. Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Yes.
And that's exactly what I said. And that was never played again for some crazy reason. I don't know if they didn't record it or whatever, but that should have been recorded forever.
Yep.
I was dead on. But those were the... And one more memory. Andrew Ashwood got sick that weekend, so he couldn't go. He ended up staying in his hotel room to watch the game. So I ended up going with his girlfriend, and we sat at the 50-yard line at the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
We had great freaking seats. Oh, my God.
So I've never been to a Super Bowl as a member of the media. I've only been as a fan.
Okay.
I've been twice, both Houston Super Bowls. And I got to be honest, being in the arena, being in the stadium, not that much fun. It's a pretty I don't
Corporate.
know, whitewashed environment. Like,
Yeah, but
it's not rowdy.
did you go to the stuff before?
Yeah, all that stuff's good. All that stuff
That is
good.
stuff because I
Yeah,
took my son
the
to the
NFL
Houston
experience.
Yeah, I took my son to the Houston Super Bowl, and he had an absolute blast down there. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that stuff's pretty good. But
and-
once the game starts, it's
Yeah.
not that great in the stadium.
And what are they saying? The tickets are like
$12,500
Something like that, yeah.
is what I saw.
yeah.
I mean, goodness gracious. Look, this is going to be a great game. I'm completely looking forward to it. The line has moved all over the place, down to 1, now back up to 2.5.
Is
I
it
don't-
back up to 2.5?
That's what I saw this morning. I mean, it's shifted around a whole bunch, and I imagine it depends where you're shopping your market, Caesars or MGM or whatever.
I wouldn't have thought that this would be the way I would go, but after watching the games in this postseason, watching all of them, I've come to the conclusion that the Chiefs are going to win this Super Bowl. They got a better defense. I think their offense is just as good, if not better, than the Niners. And I think, and when you're picking a coach, I think you can go with Andy Reid. So I think the Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
The sun shines on a dog's ass at least once in their life. You got your one like 20 years ago. Shut up.
On being perfectly right on the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Oh, I think he was talking about me. I didn't realize it for a second.
Yeah.
I go, okay.
Look, I know you're a Niners fan, Bob. And here's the thing. If you're going to take the Niners side and that they are that big of favorites, honestly, is a big surprise to me. I don't know what's keeping this game from being a pick'em, right? Why would the Niners... What about the Niners makes them 2.5-point favorites over the Chiefs?
I don't know.
Anybody have any good reason?
It's a good question. Their defense has been exploited, and whereas Kansas City their defense appears to me to be getting better and better every week. And how do you go against Patrick Mahomes?
I don't know how you do that. And Travis Kelce, and those guys have proven it on this stage before. They've done this.
Yeah.
This Niner group. This Niner group really hasn't done it. I mean, yeah, there's some holdovers.
That's my only worry, actually, is the Chiefs' experience in this game. It's the been there, done that. We can do whatever. The 49ers aren't going to be able to knock them out at all. They're going to go, okay, we've been here before. In fact, we came back by over 10 points with these guys 4 years ago.
Yes, they did.
Well, here's the thing the one thing that could throw a wrench into the Chiefs' plans would be an incredible game by McCaffrey, an incredible game by Debo, if he's healthy enough to play and be effective, and the tight end. If those three guys can get things going, then they could throw a big wrench into the Chiefs' plans and win the Super Bowl.
Well, Debo is fully healthy, and
Yeah,
they're
he's
talking about
ready.
using him on special teams as a return guy as well. So he's fully healthy.
So-
With
George
the other,
Kittle?
No, the other guy, Ayuk.
Yeah,
Brandon
Is
Ayuk.
another guy that can. So they have weapons. So we'll see.
they have the weapons. But I just have to go back to this for a second. I can't believe the line's 2.5. We haven't seen San Francisco do anything that was really all that impressive in these playoffs so far. I mean, yeah, if you remember the regular season, they were a juggernaut, but I guess coming back is impressive, but that they were down that much kind of mitigates how much I'm impressed with the fact that they came back,
Yeah.
right? And the Chiefs, frankly, have impressed me at every stop. So
Yeah,
to
but the
me,
Chiefs were down too, so don't forget
And-
that.
to me, this game boils down to two things. How Brock Purdy starts,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe the rest of the 49ers as well, because they've been notoriously bad in the first quarter and a half during these playoffs. And then secondly, how the Chiefs finish. Because the Chiefs, if you remember last week, or 2 weeks ago, I suppose it will be, against the Ravens, they had 17 points at half. They didn't score the whole second half. They can't go a half without scoring against the 49ers and expect to win.
No, and if this is a close game, I would favor the Chiefs. If this hits the over-under right now on ESPN bet is 47.5. If this is in the under territory, yeah, I think the Chiefs have the edge. If this is in the over, I think it's the 49ers in a shootout.
Okay.
It could be the 49ers in a shootout.
It could be. It's not hard for me to imagine Patrick Mahomes winning in a shootout.
And Kyle Shanahan, if you're listening, if you win the toss, don't defer. Don't defer. Take the ball, score the points.
Take the ball, get out and score early. Yeah, I'd say that's crucial for them. I haven't made my pick yet. I'm still on the fence, but there's no way I'm taking Niners minus 2.5.
Well,
There's no way I'm giving points.
Nor am I.
if you can find a book with 2.5, go take it right now. ESPN Bet has the line at 1.5.
1.5. Okay.
Just thinking about the Super Bowl and gambling and betting just drives me nuts that we don't have that here in Texas, which is just outrageous. I know people do a lot of, and listen, it's illegal to bet on offshore stuff. It just is.
But everybody does it anyway. Doesn't matter.
I don't.
But everybody else does. Well,
I'm sure
I know
they
you
do.
don't, but everybody does.
400 billion is what they say the
But wouldn't
the
you like
market
to?
is.
Wouldn't you like to go downtown? Go downtown San Antonio somewhere to the sports bar, and it just begs for this state to have it. It's unbelievable that they don't.
Because Texans are by nature major gamblers. I mean, we just are. Like I would ponder this guess. There is probably more illegal sports betting in the state of Texas on a week-to-week basis than any other state in the union.
Of course, because New York doesn't have illegal gambling now. Now they have actual gambling.
Yeah, the state of New York, $1 billion in tax revenue.
They have outdone Nevada.
Wow.
New Jersey, New York area has more sports gaming than Nevada does.
Yep.
That should tell you something.
That's a huge economic impact.
Yeah,
It's $1 billion bucks.
Yeah, have you
tax
watched?
dollars?
ESPN's been running Outside the Lines, a 4-part series since they canceled the actual Outside the Lines show, but a 4-part series on betting and sports books and everything. And the one thing they pointed out is when Las Vegas started their "What Happens in Vegas Stays in Vegas" campaign, they tried to buy an ad during the Super Bowl and were told no, you're not allowed. And now we're hosting a game in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Las Vegas has a team.
Yeah.
They're soon going to have an NBA team. They're going to have a baseball team. What happens in Vegas only happens in Vegas.
Yeah, things shifted very quickly on that, didn't they?
Yeah, and the tax revenue across the country is $6 billion.
Wow.
And that doesn't include, you're right, it doesn't include Texas. Texas biggest bettors behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Outside in public, going to church.
Wouldn't you I would just love to play, and we did when we went to Vegas, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
We played that big prop bet card.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 20 bets, and we told the
Super
listeners,
fun.
we're going to put $10 on this, and if we hit it, we'll do a party and stuff like that. I would love to place all those prop bets. The prop bets are a lot of fun, and that would, to me, knowing what I know, I would bet parlays at least once a week and stop playing the lottery.
Yeah, those are fun. Long odds parlays.
Yeah, what the hell? And if you hit one of them, you got, I don't know, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, whatever it is.
They're super fun.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear some props?
Let's go.
All right. Let me do this fast because we're running out of time. What uniform will Drake wear? Because he's such a front runner. He's always at the Super Bowl, and he's always got somebody's jersey on. He's minus 170 on the Chiefs.
Really?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Will a player be ejected for fighting?
No.
Okay. No is minus 1,600. Yes, plus 700. Will there be a proposal?
No.
And that's by any player.
No, and
That's by any proposal?
Kelsey said yesterday there's no ring coming at this point.
I mean,
Plus
it's
210. Plus 210 on no.
It's plus 1060 on Kelsey proposing to Taylor.
My God, I would love to see that at halftime, just to screw with everybody in all the old white people that are just so sour on this whole. This is a made up relationship just for the Democrats and Joe Biden. Shut the hell up!
I mean, really, conspiracies exist, but they don't abound.
Conspiracies and irony. So the Republican Party totally anti Taylor Swift and the Chiefs, rooting for San Francisco, the most LGBT friendly city in the country.
You're right.
It's a good point. Very good point. Just good. So they're not even going to watch it.
Will a kicker have a doink? Hit the upright.
I would bet on that. Sure. What's the odds?
Plus 400 on yes.
I think
it should be more.
I would take that yes and make it Jake Moody. He's scary to me.
Here's what I would bet on. I would also bet on the score because you can get a huge payoff by guessing the correct score.
Yeah, that's if you get that right, it hits hard.
Like 15,000 to 1 kind of thing.
It's really hard to
yeah.
get the exact score.
So are we?
unfortunately.
Are we expecting a Taylor Swift tracker like we get a Santa tracker on Christmas Day tracking her?
You can bet on the number of appearances she makes on television. By the way, you can bet on whether the power will go out. You can bet on Reba McEntire's anthem going plus or minus 90 seconds. Which is pretty quick, by the way. In the scheme,
is that what it is? 90 seconds?
Yeah, but
normally closer to 2 minutes.
Yeah, but country artists generally go the under. It's the the R&B that generally go the over. Not that I know anything about this.
You know who's not singing the national anthem?
Oh God, no! He's definitely take the over on this one.
Toby Keith.
Oh,
unfortunately, Toby Keith died today. How about that?
Rest in peace, Toby Keith.
Jeff Bexler did not know that.
Did you not know this?
Yeah, he died today. 62.
Keith died?
Yeah, 62. He had stomach cancer.
He was
died
battling
today.
stomach cancer. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Imagine that.
I think that joke was too soon, bro.
He probably
I'm
was.
just gonna be honest.
Yeah, for Toby
that
Keith
was
fans.
heartless.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Toby.
All right. Here's some
listen,
of my.
The day he died, I said Dale Earnhardt Jr. did not die of cancer.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I seem to remember that.
It was not cancer.
You know who else has cancer? King Charles III.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Here's my favorite bets.
Go back taking a nap.
My favorite bets are this: Kelsey to win the MVP is plus 1,600.
I would put that one.
Really good odds for a guy that you got to figure is going to be a major part of the game plan.
All right, here's my question to you. If Kelsey catches 3 touchdowns, is he going to be the MVP, or is it going to be Patrick Mahomes who threw him the 3 touchdowns?
I think it depends what he does in yards after the catch.
That's where it gets dicey, right? Anything that Kelsey does is a product of what Mahomes has done.
Yeah,
right?
so who gets the MVP?
I don't know, but I would tell you that because he's dating Taylor Swift and he is so much in the forefront these days, that doesn't hurt his odds, okay? That helps. That helps.
But if all he's doing is catching balls and getting tackled right away,
said balls.
It's Mahomes. If he has a lot of yards after the catch and makes a lot after and does a lot of explosive things with the ball, maybe. But
I still love that bet. Plus 1,600 is really long for a guy that I could easily envision winning this.
I mean, generally the MVP is a quarterback. So
how about this? Will the MVP mention Taylor Swift?
No.
Plus 650.
No.
Wait, hold on. So the person most likely to mention Taylor Swift during their MVP speech is only plus 1,600, but the mention of Taylor Swift is. So who else is going to mention her?
I don't know.
I'll take the parlay. Okay. Kelsey the MVP, and then mention Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
he'll only mention Taylor Swift if he gets asked about it.
Oh God!
I could see Patrick Mahomes winning and making a joke like, we owe it all to Taylor. All right, let me keep going. I love this bet. Patrick Mahomes under 265 passing yards. Look, we seem to remember Patrick Mahomes as a guy who puts up 400-yard passing games. That's not who he's been. That's not who this team is
not this
anymore.
Season, yeah.
No, and I don't think their game plan is going to be for him to go out there and chuck it around. Doesn't have a Tyreek Hill the way he used to, so he doesn't get the 70-yard burst plays the way he used to.
Well, he could with Pacheco.
Pacheco's a nickel and dime guy. They're going to throw underneath. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to be a short passing game. I love Patrick Mahomes under 265. I like this one. This is like 5 stars. Purdy over 13.5 rushing yards.
Over.
Way over.
Way over. That is low.
I agree.
Because in the playoffs, he's done that a lot. That's actually been the key to what he's been doing.
His average is way over 13 yards in the playoffs.
Oh, definitely take the over on that.
And here's the parlay on that one, Wally. And Purdy over 3.5 rushing attempts.
Yeah?
Ooh, rushing attempts. Programmed rushing attempts or just scrambles?
Rushing attempts. That's
Okay.
how it's defined. And guess what counts as a rush? Kneel downs. He could kneel if the Niners win this game. He could wind up kneeling down 1, 2, 3 times
Yeah.
to
Certainly.
win. I mean, he could get to 3.5 almost just on the kneel downs.
Yeah. Here's the one I don't understand. The over-under for each of the quarterbacks for touchdowns, passing touchdowns, just 1.5.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I
I'll
don't think
take that
people
too.
see the shootout coming. I would like over on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a real serious gambling personal problem here. Ready?
Do you need to call a hotline?
No.
Because-
I'm all right. I laid $150 on the 49ers about midseason to win it all, to win 800. So if
Yeah.
they win, I make $800. Should I hedge?
For 100, you put a 150 down to win 800.
Correct.
That's a terrible bet.
Why?
Because you're not making any money for your $150. $800, whoop-de-doo.
I mean, that's like 6 times. That's pretty good, but
Yeah,
I
that's-
put $150 on a number in the roulette wheel. I'm making a lot of money.
Yeah, that's like rich people problems. They're like putting money down like months ago.
But should I hedge?
Of course you should hedge.
I should, right? And just take 400 automatic dollars, right? So I can take the other side in this, take Kansas City, and they're
Is that what they're offering you?
and
$400?
they're the underdog, approximately. I'm just using loose figures to make it make sense. But yeah, I mean, I can split this where I'm guaranteed to make 400.
I would get out if I were you.
Yeah, take the hedge.
I would.
All right.
Yeah.
Bob,
Do you think they're going to win?
I think they might lose.
Yeah.
Okay.
They might lose. Okay, makes sense.
All right.
Oh,
I'm picking my official pick. I'm taking the Chiefs. Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the Chiefs
Bob?
win also.
No,
Mr. 49er?
I've had a running thing that I'm taking the 49ers since they came out of the bye.
Yeah, but
Every
you, know,
week.
you could change it now.
No, I'm not.
I'll
I'm
give you
not.
the ability
no,
to change.
No,
You
I
wanna
mean,
change?
I'm not betting.
I
I'm
think
not
you wanna
betting with
change.
my head. I'm betting with my heart.
Who's winning the game, Bob? Come on, 49er, man.
Are the Chiefs able to run like Green Bay and Detroit was able to run? Do they get a lot of explosive running plays? What happens in the defensive secondary with tackling in the 49ers?
Mm-hmm.
I hope they've gotten their head screwed on straight because they looked listless defensively the last 2 games. I think they turn it around. I think the week off helps them. I don't think the practice field helps them, which is a little bit of a conspiracy theory pro Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm taking I'm going to run with my boys. I'm always going to run with my boys. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I'm a homer.
Let's move to hoops.
And a liar. I'm sorry.
Move to hoops because the trade deadline is coming up.
Yes.
5 days, 4 days?
Yes.
Yeah. February 9th? I think.
Thursday.
Oh, is it Thursday?
Yes, 2 days
Okay.
away.
2 days away.
Yeah.
What do you think?
As far as the Spurs are concerned, I think they make trades to get rid of pieces that they don't need. Like Doug McDermott. I don't expect. And the Spurs are up to the rodeo road trip, so I think we've seen the last of Doug McDermott in San Antonio. And I don't know, is there maybe Zach Collins? Maybe I don't know. Whoever the Spurs can deal, they should trade.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think they will. And I think that probably Devontae Graham either gets dealt or cut, one or the other on
Would you
that.
expect Keldon Johnson to be moved?
That's the big question, right? And I just haven't heard any rumors of that, like that sound like a successful trade destination for Keldon Johnson. So I'm betting on no. Keldon doesn't get moved.
I don't know. It'll be it's fascinating to see. But if the Spurs do make a deal, this is what they're not gonna get better at the trade deadline. Let's all, can we all agree to that?
Oh yeah,
That is not the objective here to be better. Their objective should be to get draft picks, get expiring contracts that will keep them more flexible. And give them and more draft picks more than expiring contracts. They don't need cap space because they can't get free agents. Get the draft picks. That way they can make trades and they can do they can make a trade like Oklahoma City Thunder did.
What do you guys make of the LeBron trade rumors? Have y'all read about this?
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Well, there's a serious reporter from Los Angeles. I don't know if you've seen this. I think I just saw it this morning, so I don't know how old it is. But there's a very serious reporter from Los Angeles who says that LeBron is at the top of the Lakers trade list. Like, and some of the rumors have him going to either Philadelphia or back to Miami. Now, if he makes those moves, he puts himself in a better position to win a title right now than he's currently in LA. Agree?
Sure.
Well, Philadelphia definitely needs somebody after the Embiid meniscus.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, if he comes back by playoffs,
ESPN just had a banner go through that said breaking news, Embiid is out at least 4 weeks. So that's breaking news, really?
Yeah, really.
4 weeks?
I figured it'd be longer, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
it said at least 4 weeks.
Well, they said they did not rule out his return in the regular season.
Yeah, well, that's
So
lofty. But
yeah.
if he returned to Miami, I mean, Miami becomes terrifying.
Yeah.
Not nearly as terrifying to me as the pairing of Embiid and LeBron in Philadelphia. That's the scariest one to me. No,
I don't think he gets moved. I don't. Listen, his agent said they're not moving him, so he doesn't want to get traded, and he won't be traded. So we'll see what happens. But I find it very interesting with the Spurs what they're going to do. And the other night, you got to go as far as the Spurs. The big news for them is what happened on Friday night in that 1 point loss to New Orleans. I mean, if you're sitting home watching that game, just like I was, you had to think to yourself, and I'll be honest, I haven't watched every second of every game for the Spurs, but in any game that I've watched, I have never seen an inbounds play where they go right to Wemby on an alley-oop. I've never seen that. I don't know why I haven't seen that. I don't know why they're not running that play, but that should have been the freaking play the other night. Everybody knows it. And Pop said something and I'm not quite sure what the truth is here, but, you know, that was the play. Devin Vassell did something else or something like is what Pop's explanation was. But why would that be allowed to happen? I don't know if that was the truth or not. But every inbounds play that the Spurs have from here on out should be a Wemby alley-oop. If it's not, they're doing it wrong.
I have said this about the Spurs since early in the season. We are the worst passing team in the NBA. And it is passing to me, Walter, is the most underrated skill in professional basketball. It is rare to have great passers, and when you have one, you know it. Ginobili, Chris Paul, these guys.
It's never talked about. I agree with that.
It never gets the attention.
Nope.
Rebounds get way more attention.
Sure.
And rebounds are cheap, right? Making a great pass
is a skill.
Is a major skill.
Rebounds is an effort.
And I watched that last play that got drawn up by the Spurs Friday night. I watched it over and over again, slow motion. It goes to Vassell up top. Wemby, smartly, makes a quick break to the rim. And Walter, he's got a yard and a half off his defender. If Vassell...
It doesn't even matter. He's 7 foot 1,000. He can make the catch anywhere.
It's true. And Vassell...
Use his freaking height, for the love of God.
And Vassell is such an ineffective passer. He doesn't look for the pass. Great passers are always looking to pass. Vassell is looking to score.
He wanted to make the play.
He doesn't even see Wemby wide ass open, rolling to the rim.
I don't understand.
That is bad basketball. And I'm a Vassell fan, but that is bad basketball right there.
I don't understand why it's not drilled into their heads. Look for Wemby. Look for Wemby. Hey, by the way, guys, don't forget to look for Wemby. That's the guy.
How do you miss him? He's 7'6".
I don't know. I don't know why all the plays are not for him.
Because of the personnel we have. I mean, let's think about this. Over his career, how many great passes have you seen from Keldon Johnson?
I could make the pass to Wemby on that play, can't you?
It doesn't have to be super creative. I agree with you. But think about the personnel we have. Keldon Johnson, when are his great passes? Do you ever see any? Do you ever see Devin Vassell make great looks? No.
Trey Jones is the only guy.
He's the exception, right? But essentially, we have a roster of shoot-first guys, and that doesn't work too well when you have a 7'4" target.
Here's the other thing I would say about Wemby. And for me, a team that's 10-40 should never have an all-star. But Wemby is clearly a a guy who changes that equation. And this is my proposal. I put it out on social media a couple of days ago, and they should. They don't even need to contact me, give me credit for this. But the best rookie at the halfway mark should be on the All-Star team. They could put a vote to it. They could put 3-4 guys out from each conference who are the best rookies at, say, whatever game mark, 30 games. Put those guys on a ballot or in a different vote. And then the fans, media, coaches, whoever wants to vote for it, you vote for the best rookie, and that rookie gets to the All-Star game. There's no reason why Wemby should not be in the All-Star game. He's not one of the best players in the league at this point, but he is the best rookie, and rookies should be the best rookie in the league should be on each All-Star team.
But the All-Star game is an exhibition game. And don't you want your most flashy 20-year-old playing in the game?
Of course you do. The
How
future face of the league.
How did he not get in the normal way? Yeah,
I don't know.
Though for the All-Star game, you see they're doing an all LED glass floor.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
I look forward to seeing that.
And they haven't said how much it costs, other than it costs more than wood.
A lot would be the answer.
I got bad news, though, for the Spurs fans. I'm afraid that the Clippers could win a title.
I know. They're good.
Yeah.
They've been really good.
Yeah.
And Kawhi is obviously leading the way.
He is on a mission.
He sure
Kawhi
is.
looks like old
He's
Kawhi.
playing.
It's scary. And James Harden works.
Yep.
In
At this
that
point,
system.
it is. Yeah.
It actually works.
Had a huge game last night.
Wally, I hate to tell you, I only have about 2 minutes and then
All right,
I
let's
got
go.
to bust.
Real quick ones.
All right. I know we talked about this pre-show. We Are the World, the documentary.
Fascinating.
Absolutely awesome. The story of USA for Africa, We Are the World, for those who aren't old enough to remember it. It is an exceptional documentary. I loved it. I loved it.
2 quick ones out of it. The Kenny Loggins story that he told about Paul Simon saying that if a bomb dropped down there, that John Denver would be back on the top of the charts is absolutely hilarious. Yes. And then the fact that Al Jarreau, who was big back then, showed up completely drunk and could just about get his part done. He had to do it like 10 takes before he can get his thing done. Crazy.
I'm totally surprised that they didn't go in to all the drugs those singers were using backstage.
Oh, God almighty.
It was 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You think they stayed up on their own power?
No, clearly not.
No.
But it was a great night of greatness. It really was. Apollo Creed, Carl Weathers died this week. To me, Rocky is the best sports movie of all time, and it's not even close.
Yeah, I don't think that's debatable, really.
I don't. Yeah, and maybe perhaps, at least to me, Rocky was the greatest movie of all time.
Not for me, but.
Okay.
Greatest movie of all time. Okay,
Yes.
That's harsh.
Quickly, there's a documentary that came out last night. I haven't had a chance to see it on Rick the Nature Boy Flair. Cannot wait.
Never into wrestling. I don't care.
Cannot wait. Oh, he's just a great character.
Did you go see Iron Claw when it was out?
Of course. Okay. Very good movie.
All right, couple of quick ones on grandstanding here. Pat Mahomes' father. He played for the Mets back in the day. He was busted for a 3rd time with DWI this week in Texas in his hometown of Tyler, and he was allowed to go to Vegas to be with his son, which is fine. But when will Texas crack down on drinking and driving? Anytime soon? No.
Probably not.
And the greatest city in the world should host the greatest sporting event in the world, regardless of how crappy MetLife Stadium is in the New York, New Jersey area. Screw you, Dallas.
What? What do you mean?
Because Dallas didn't get the finals.
Oh,
they didn't
FIFA.
They didn't get the World Cup.
World Cup.
They didn't get the World Cup, and they're all upset about it. Listen, the greatest city in the world should have the greatest event in the world, and that's the way it goes.
Okay, all right.
Dallas isn't the greatest city in the world. New York City is.
Yeah,
and if you don't like it, tough crap.
You're
wrong.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to mention?
No, that's it for me, bud.
One more. On the Grammys, I don't get all the hoopla around Tracy Chapman and Fast Car. I hated the song when it came out. I don't know who Luke Combs is or Red McCombs or whatever. I hated the song back then. I still hate it.
God, you are an angry old white man.
And Wyndham Clark is going to be the player of the year in the PGA. Mark it down.
Why? Why him?
He was fantastic.
He was fantastic.
He looks like he's ready to explode.
All right, that's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, let's go. Kenny Loggins' parts coming up soon. Huey Lewis.
Huey
So-
Lewis was really good on this track.
So is she.
Yeah, she was.
This was funny too. And I can't think of her freaking name.
Cindy
what the hell?
Lauper?
Cindy Lauper. So Cindy Lauper's doing that part. She's singing that part, and they keep. What? Wait a minute. There's noise. What? It sounds like there's people talking. Let's do it again. So Cindy Lauper sings again. You still can't get rid of this noise. Where's that noise coming from? And then they finally figured it out. Cindy Lauper has like 1,000 bracelets on her arms, and that was making all the fucking noise. It was really, you gotta watch that. Watch the doc.
it's
It's
awesome.
hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
All right, boys, like and subscribe.
Peace out.
Peace out.
How y'all feel out there? Do you feel good? I said, do you feel good? Come on. The groove feel good when it make you move. Make your next move your best move. I said the groove feel good when it make you move. Make your next move your